Hey, everybody. Welcome to Tell Your Story. I'm Paul Stressner, Gen X Journeys, and this is a live stream on Facebook, YouTube, and Substack. And what we'll be doing is we're going to be doing some writing sprints. We're going to do two 20-minute sprints. I'll talk here for a little bit, then we'll, give time for people to come in, and then we'll do 20 minutes. I'll set a timer up, and then we'll take a little bit of a break. I'll do I'll ask a trivia question, Gen X related from the 80s or 90s, and then we'll do another 20-minute writing sprint, and then we'll wrap things up. And if you're on here, let me know what you're working on, how you're doing, where you're from. And a lot of times I talk for a little bit, give time for people to come in. And today I was listening to Jay Shetty podcast episode, and it was really interesting. He was talking about AI and how to use it to be more productive for you instead of just junk and stuff. Some people it's basically the equivalent of just, I don't know, I forgot what he said, like use some kind of storage space or something. When you can, it's a powerful tool that's in your hands, and there's a lot to do that you wouldn't even think of. And he came up with an awesome prompt for personal development. So I'll read you the prompt, and it was pretty cool. I actually did it, and I really like it. So I'll read what he said, and feel free to do it. And I can also, if you email me at paul@genxjourneys.net, I can just send you the text of the prompt. But this is what he said. I want to build a personal operating system, a set of 5 to 7 core principles that will guide my decisions, relationships, and daily behavior. But I don't want generic principles from a book. I want you to help me extract them from my own actual life. I'm going to tell you about my biggest regrets, my proudest moments, and the lessons I've learned the hard way. From those, I want you to distill the principles that are already inside me, the ones I discovered through experience but never formally articulated, then format them into a personal code I can review every morning. And so, so it gives you basically this operating system, and you can review it every morning just as a reminder who you are. And this is what I put in for the prompt. I put that in for the prompt, and then I put that my biggest regret is not listening to myself and I am going down a path of computers instead of writing, which is where my passion lies. And this was also my greatest lesson. I'm following my path now and coming into alignment. And my proudest moments were coming home from the Gulf War, Desert Shield, Desert Storm, and finishing my first marathon at the age of 55. And so that's what I plugged into the Chat GPT. And this is the response. He said, "This is powerful, Paul. You're not starting from scratch here. You're excavating something that's already been forged under pressure." That's a very Gen X way to do it, by the way. No instruction manual, just lived experience and a few hard-earned plot twists. And let's pull the threads out of what you shared and weave them into something you can actually live by, not just not at. So my personal operating system, a daily code built from my own story. It said, number 1, trust the voice that doesn't go away. You already learned what happens when you override it. That quiet pull towards writing, it wasn't a suggestion, it was direction. And it says the code is, I trust my internal compass, even when it leads me off the expected path. And number 2 is alignment over approval. Choosing computers over writing wasn't about capability, it was about expectation. Now you're course correcting. And the code is, I choose alignment with who I am over approval from others. And I mean, everybody's going to be different. Maybe some people can relate, and yeah, you can plug in your own regrets and lessons and things you're most proud of. And see, number three, it's never too late to become who I was meant to be. Most people don't run their first marathon at 55. You didn't just run it, you rewrote the narrative. And the quote is, I reject timelines that limit me. I move when I'm ready, and I finish what I start. And then number four, resilience is my default setting. Gulf War service, marathon training, life pivots. You don't fold, you recalibrate. And the code is, when things get hard, I don't stop. I adjust, learn, and keep moving forward. And number five, finish lines matter more than perfect plans. The marathon didn't care about perfect conditions. It rewarded forward motion. And the code is, progress beats perfection. I value completion over hesitation. So yeah, that definitely was appropriate. It definitely wasn't a perfect race, but I made huge progress and I finished it. And my story has value, so I share it. You didn't just experience things, you're turning them into something that helps others. That's the bridge between living and leading. And the code is, I share my journey honestly because it creates connection, impact, and meaning. And finally, number seven, I am always in the process of becoming. You're not behind, you're evolving. The guy who chose the wrong path, the guy who served, the guy crossing that finish line, they're all you, and they're all still building. And the code is, I embrace growth as a lifelong process. I'm never finished becoming. And then it gave my daily read. And it says, if you want something that you can literally read every morning, here's the Titan version. I trust my internal compass, even when it leads me off the expected path. I choose alignment over approval. I reject limiting timelines and finish what I start. When things get hard, I adjust and keep moving forward. Progress beats perfection. My story matters and I share it. I'm always becoming. So pretty interesting. And feel free to try that yourselves. Now, if there's anybody joining me here, let me know in the chats. And I'm going to be wrapping up my Rich Thinking story, which will be coming out in October. And it needs to be 1,500 words, and I was over 1,900. And so far, I whittled it down to 1,800. So I'll be working on that and hopefully finish tonight. So that'll be awesome. A huge milestone. Then I can move on with my Journey the Roadrunner book. So that's what I'll be doing. All right, that's enough yapping. We'll go into our first writing sprint. So good luck and feel free to pop on the chat. Tell me what you're working on, how you're doing. All right, here we go. We'll see you in 20. Right, everybody, welcome back. Is anybody out there? Oh, I should put my glasses on if I'm going to read the trivia question. How's everybody doing? I made some progress. I got down to 1,700 words, but then I started writing more words. Let's see, I'm at 1,733 right now. So I still have 233 words at least to cut this down by. So we'll see how that goes. I'm gonna. Oh, it's so tough, but I love a challenge. All right, I'll do. There's nobody here. I'll do trivia. I found this one seemed appropriate since we just had Artemis go around and around the moon and back. And here's today's question: Who was nominated for an Oscar as Best Supporting Actor for the 1995 movie Apollo 13? Was it Kevin Bacon, Ed Harris, or Gary Sinise? So, yeah, so that was pretty cool seeing the space program take some attention away from some negative stuff. And yeah, it's just amazing what they did. And we'll go back to this question. Who was nominated for an Oscar as Best Supporting Actor for the 1995 movie Apollo 13? Kevin Bacon, Ed Harris, or Gary Sinise? And the answer is Ed Harris. So that was a cool movie. I didn't think to watch that again, but that'd be pretty cool to revisit. All right. Now I'm going to see if I can cut down 233 more words. We'll see how this goes. I might have to cut out a section. Oh, okay. I can do this. I can do this. All right. If nobody else is here, well, guess we'll jump back into this. All right. We'll do another 20 minutes of writing and then we'll be back and wrap things up. All right. I'll see you on the flip side. And time is up. Oh man, I'm so close. I have 32 more words to cut out. This is so funny. Every week I've been doing this, I'm trying to get as many words written as possible. Now I'm taking words out, but all part of the editing process. This is new to me. So, is anybody out there? Is anybody out there? Anybody there? All right. Well, I can only talk to myself for so long, but I'm gonna keep sticking with this and making some progress, and I'll finish this up, knock out those rest of those words, and then by next week I'll be back to my Journey the Roadrunner, getting close to wrapping up that first draft. So here we go, huge year. All right, everybody. We'll see you next week, and thank you if anybody was here. That was just quiet. Thank you for watching, and if anybody's watching the replay, thank you for watching, and we'll see you next week. Have a great week, everybody.